Domestic violence affects 1 out of 3 relationships. That's a third of all relationships out there.
There are all kinds of abuse ranging from verbal and emotional to physical and sexual abuse. As Sarah Wall tells us, there's a program in Alabama keeping track of all of the offenders.
This is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's designed to remind us that domestic violence is a problem and that there are resources available to help the victims. One of those resources is a computer program called ID Abuse. ID Abuse tracks domestic violence perpetrators. Currently, there are more than 19,000 names in the database. It's available for all law enforcement, judges, and prosecutors in the state. The idea is to provide a link so everyone's on the same page when it comes to offenders.
It identifies abusers. Many defendants have multiple cases within the database, some involving the same victims, others involving different victims, and also protection orders are included. So if law enforcement pulls up the information, they're able to see, hey, not only has he had one domestic violence offense, but he also has a protection order against him.
Christina is with the Penelope House, a shelter for domestic abuse victims. She's an ID abuse programmer. She says the ID Abuse program also helps keep law enforcement officers safe because they know what they're up against when they get called to a scene. Now again, there are more than 19,000 names in the database for Alabama. This database is the first of its kind in the state. The goal is to protect victims and save lives. For more information on this, you can go to our website, fox10tv.com. In Mobile, Sarah Wall, Fox 10 News.
Services at the Penelope House are free to the victims of domestic violence.
If you're in an abusive relationship and you need help, please call 251-342-8994. That's a 24-hour crisis hotline.